Thank you, all of you, for coming up today and be willing to learn a little bit more about how to clean up your emails. This presentation is brought to you by Wellcare and Cyber Seniors. Wellcare, for more than 20 years, has offered a range of Medicare products, including Medicare Advantage and Medicare prescription drug plans known as PDP, which offer affordable coverage beyond original Medicare. Today, Wellcare is proud to offer access to high-quality, affordable, and culturally sensitive healthcare to more than 1.2 million Medicare Advantage members and 4.1 million PDP members across all 50 states. So to start, the importance of regular inbox organization. Clutter inbox makes easy to overlook or lose track of essential messages. Therefore, organizing your inbox ensures that important emails are not buried among irrelevant ones. A well-organized inbox lets you quickly locate and respond to emails, improving communication with your contacts. To manage your inbox better, you can take advantage of the tools and features your email provider offers. And we are going to discuss some of them right now. I have listed 3, and the first one is filters. Filters allow you to automatically sort incoming emails based on a specific criteria. That may be sender, subject, or keywords. This helps categorize emails and move them to designated folders, reducing manual organization efforts. Rules are similar to filters. They offer advanced customization options. They allow you to set specific actions for incoming emails, such as moving them to folders, marking them as important, giving you the flexibility to tailor your inbox management. Labels and folders help you visually categorize and organize your emails. You can assign email labels based on task. An example is health, finances, or people, such as family and friends, or even priority labels. Folders allow storing related emails in separate sections for easy access and retrieval. Every major email provider offers a suite of mechanisms designed to enhance your email experience. Email filtering is one of the best ways to protect you against spam as well. If you don't know what email filtering is exactly, it is essentially the practice of automatically sorting out messages based on their content and the sender information. If you are a Gmail user, you benefit from automatic email categorization. This feature sorts incoming emails into groups, and some of the options you will have are promotions or social. They help you focus on emails that actually require immediate attention as opposed to the ones that don't. The second option you have here, in the case you are Outlook focused inbox, this element pre-sorts and places your most important emails into focus and the rest in other. The system considers emails and contacts with whom you interact and filters out noisy sources like automatically generated or bulk emails. And lastly, the Yahoo Mail spam filter. This one is designed to automatically identify and move potential junk mail to the spam folder. And the factors that are taken into consideration are things such as sender reputation, timestamp, and also the content. Sometimes emails, if they have an attachment or a link and the email filter thinks that somehow can be suspicious, they will put it into the spam filter. So that is something the email already has. Just sometimes it happens that we don't know exactly where that comes from, but that is related to email filtering. The next part is how to manage unnecessary and unwanted emails. And this is more simple than you think. Because not all emails are equally important, it doesn't make much sense to manage them as if they were. But that's precisely what most people do. The common approach is to tackle emails chronologically, working from the latest to the oldest. How do you do that? Start by focusing on emails you receive regularly. Cases are subscriptions, newsletter, or automated notifications. You can take a moment to decide which ones you want to keep and which ones you want to be without. You should have the practice of unsubscribing from emails you don't need. Organize the rest of messages into folders and set up filters to keep things tidy. So filters are the ones we just mentioned. Unsubscribe from unwanted newsletters and emails. The first step in unsubscribing from unwanted newsletters and emails is identifying the subscription you no longer find useful or relevant to your needs. It's important to check the sender's information, such as their name and email address. Have you seen that before? When you are ready to unsubscribe, locate the unsubscribe link. Likely you need to scroll down to the bottom of the email and look for the unsubscribe link. Sometimes it could be labeled as unsubscribe, other times it will be manage preferences, or a similar phrase. Then you should click on the unsubscribe link to access the email subscription management page. This is the part where you are able to say, I don't need to receive your messages anymore, something along those lines. Once on the subscription management page, follow the instructions to unsubscribe. This may involve confirming your decision, selecting unsubscribe options, and providing feedback. Sometimes it will ask you why you are signing off from the newsletters. After following the instructions, you will typically receive a prompt confirming your unsubscribe request. Some email providers may require you to confirm your request by clicking on a verification link in a follow-up email after you did the request for the unsubscription. Identifying spam emails. Although most email providers offer built-in spam filters, you can still receive, as you may know, phishing attempts or irrelevant content. That goes to say your email has a filter, but you have to be on top of them. And the thing that you need to do is just familiarize yourself with common spam indicators. Spam emails often contain specific characteristics that can help you identify them. Things to look out for are suspicious or generic email addresses. Right, for example, if your bank is contacting you, if it's Bank of America, it will say Bank of America after the ad. But if it's before the ad, that is fishy. Misspelling or excessive use of capital letters is another sign you need to pay attention to. And of course, any personal or financial information request. And be cautious when opening attachments or clicking on links from unknown sources. Staying vigilant against spam. Here are some strategies to help you deal with these types of messages effectively. So you should check your spam or junk folder regularly. And I use spam because in some email providers it's called spam, but in others it might be junk. So either or, you should go there regularly and ensure that legitimate emails are not filtered incorrectly. It's a little bit of what I said before. Sometimes your email filters will send them there because they have a trigger to the filter, like a link or an attachment. But it might be a legit person actually trying to get a hold of you. And just because he had some of those two components, the person is not appearing in your inbox, is going to your spam folder. If that's the case, you should mark any misclassified email as not spam, and that will help improve the accuracy of your spam filter. Be selective when sharing your email address online. Avoid providing to untrustworthy sources or websites that may sell or misuse your information. So if you are checking something online, like perhaps a new service, or you are interested in a website and they ask you your email out of the blue, but you don't really need your email, just don't give it. Because if you do, that often will lead to an influx of unwanted emails. If you receive persistent spam from specific senders, get into the routine of reporting them as a spam, and if you can, block their email addresses. I know people will say, oh, I blocked this one, but I received a new one. Just keep in mind that as you block emails, emails keep being created by the scammers. You just have to keep doing it. This helps improves, again, the accuracy of your spam filter and prevents future unwanted messages, especially when you block email addresses that seem generic to your email. It becomes like a pattern that your email can detect and help you prevent receiving spam messages in the future. Tips for email management. The first one I have here is use email flags. While multiple ways exist to sort emails in your inbox, flags offer a flexible solution. They help the most time-sensitive messages stand out so they don't get lost in the amount of emails you receive. Almost every mail service provider offers a way to flag emails from the inbox, but the symbols they use and the exact location of the flag from your folders in your main menu may change between email providers. Yahoo, for example, refers to them as start emails, while Outlook uses traditional flags. So the symbol of a start email is a star. The one for flags is a flag. Mail providers such as Gmail offer the option to star or flag emails. A flagged email is one marked with a flag or a star, as I just mentioned. In most cases, people flag an email so they can remember to follow up on that particular message and track it down later. Therefore, the feature is especially helpful in prioritizing and managing your inbox efficiently. Message archiving. This is a simple yet effective way to organize emails and keep your inbox clean. It allows you to hide emails that are not immediately important but you are not ready to delete. This action removes the email from your main inbox, thus far reducing clutter, but keep it accessible for future reference. When you archive an email, it's technically removed from your inbox. However, archived emails are still available to view if you need to. Where you archive emails are stored depends on which email provider you use. For example, you can find archive emails in the archive folder in Outlook. In Gmail, you will use instead all mail to view archive emails. That would be a combination of things in your inbox and things that you have put in archive. Thus far, remember that archive emails will still use storage space depending on how much your email service provider gives you. Deleting emails. This is another obvious tip. When you delete an email, it's removed from your inbox. However, instead of storing the email in a special archive folder, we just went over, it is sent to the email's trash bin. This folder is usually called trash, but it could be named differently between email services. And I keep saying that, but it's true. Depending on how or what email service you have, you may have different names. Although deleting emails and trashing emails may seem similar, they are not the same thing. When you trash an email, it's like putting it in a temporary holding area before it's permanently removed from your email account. Deleting an email, however, is like throwing it into a digital incinerator and removing it right there and then. Some email providers, such as Outlook, will allow you to even recover emails that you have deleted within the 30 days mark. Other emails, such as Gmail, won't let you do that. You will have to use a third-party program to recover some of the deleted emails. So that is something to keep in mind. And here we have also another tip when you are trying to use temporary services. It's called disposable emails. Examples of this will be temp mail or disposablemail.com. These services are ideal for temporary use, such as signing up for one-time services. So for example, if you are trying to use a streaming platform such as Tubi, in which case you will need an email to get the best of the application, you can use, a disposable email just to sign up for that, just an example. Or when you need an email address quickly, but you don't want the hassle of setting up that email, So in these cases, temp mail and disposable mail are good options. They provide a layer of privacy and are useful for avoiding spam in your primary accounts. And that is the goal of these too. So if you don't want to receive unwanted emails in your primary accounts, you can use disposable emails for the purpose. However, they should not be used for essential communication. So you should not give these to your doctor or your financial institution that needs to get in touch with you when something important happens. They are typically short-lived and less secure. The lifespan of these emails is not similar to the ones you use regularly, such as Gmail, Outlook. They are only set up for a short period of time. What about email sorter software and applications? So even though most email providers give you some tools, their methods don't meet everyone's needs, and they don't always efficiently sort your email, which is the complaint of some people, right? They don't do enough for my needs. Luckily, third-party email sorter solutions are available, and many of them cost just a few dollars per month. The purpose of email sorter software is to intelligently sort your emails according to various criteria, such as the importance, topic, or sender. Your email providers do a little bit of this, but if you have like a big influx of emails and you are getting overwhelmed by them, this could be like an alternative you can look into. You have clean email. You can have access to one account, email account, $9.99 per month. Same box is $7 per month. And Sort has a free version and the premium plans start at $8 per month. Sort is more so if you manage a business and your email business has gotten out of control. Clean email, same box, are more so for personal use. As you can see here, I have my Gmail open. For today's demo, I will be using Gmail. So this is my Gmail account, and something that people often overlook are the settings of their email account. And you have the settings right at the very top. Right, when you go to the settings, you can decide how your email shows the messages you received. So if you look from this menu, and keep in mind, I'm using a computer, a Windows computer. If you look at my menu, I have density, which is the default, but I have more options at the bottom, including an option that is called inbox type. And this is a form of filtering. Why? Because depending on how you want to see your inbox, you can choose the option that suits you better. So I have default selected, but I can decide if I want to see important emails first, unread email first, start email first, or use priority inbox. And that is something that you can use to make your life better as to how you want to display your messages. Say that I choose unread first. If I click on that, then this is what is going to happen. Anything that is in my inbox that hasn't been read by me will be displayed at the very top. Everything else will be displayed at the bottom, as you can see. And this is a good way to approach your emails, right? You can see what emails you haven't read from this part. We mentioned flagging emails in the presentation. So if you go to a place such as the star, so this is the icon. Right now, that message is in my inbox, as you can see on the left, is in my inbox. But if I want to spot this email later on, I can just click on the star. You will see how the color immediately changed. So right here is transparent, right here is completely full. And then even though I still have it in inbox, once it's read, I can refer to my left side to the folder star, and I can go back to that message. So that message is important for me because it's one of the classes that I attend regularly with cyber seniors. And this is a way that you can mark an email to be able to address it later on without having to think about it right away. Okay, and I did this change of my inbox just by going to my settings, and I scroll down and decide what inbox type I want to use. You can select the one that suits you better, and you can try them and activate, deactivate. You just have to click on it. And when you click on it, it will refresh. And now here are my start emails. Those emails are going to be listed above and the rest underneath because they stand out. And this is a way that you can manage your things as well. So I will just go back to my default. Say, for example, you want to open an email, and I'm going to open this from Facebook, and say that you want to mark an email as a spam. And I'm going to use this one as an example, but if you were to mark an email as a spam, you have this kind of icon. It looks like an exclamation mark at the top. Sometimes you also will find this from the little vertical dots in this bar, and you will have options such as report spam, report phishing, block Facebook, right? Those are options you can use. If you are reporting as a spam, you can click in this option. It will give you this notification, spam reported. It will ask you if you also want to block the sender, and it will show you the sender's email. So notification at facebookmail.com. And this is what I was talking in the presentation. You have to mind whatever is after the ad because that will give away whether it's a generic email or not. You can say no to block, but still, this email is going to be moved to your spam folder. So if I go to more on my left side, and I go to my spam folder, then that email from Facebook will be right there. And say that this is a incorrect filtering that you did or your email did. If you have an incorrect filter email, you can always report not spam. Because if you receive an email message from a person you actually want to keep receiving messages in the future and you want them to be in your inbox instead of spam, it's better to use this option. And you can report not spam, right? And it will remove it from your spam and it will go back to your inbox. And it's right here, Facebook. If I go back to my spam, keep in mind that when emails are filtered and placed in this folder, even though you don't do anything at all, they have up to 30 days to be automatically deleted. You can delete them right away by using the option delete all spams now. If you want to do that, that is an option you have. In which case, it will delete everything to this point, right? You can select that option. Now that we have covered spam, I will also show you about unsubscribing. So say that I report this as not a spam, so I can show you the point of unsubscribing from an email you no longer need. You can unsubscribe from an email if you see, such as my case, an option unsubscribe. Here, you see, when I stand by this email, especially noticeable because I'm in a computer. If you were in a small device, it might look different, so you might need to open the email, and then you will scroll down, and likely at the end of the email, you will have an option, such as you can see here. I'm gonna increase this a little bit so you can see bigger. And then you can unsubscribe. This is actually a service I signed up at some point, but I'm no longer interested in receiving any communications from them. So I'm gonna click in unsubscribe. Then when I click to unsubscribe, it will lead me to the next portion of my preferences as to the information they are sending. So here is the explanation as to what is happening when I unsubscribe. What information are you no longer going to receive from this company or organization? So you can select all that apply, so special offers, science, new games, training reminders. And when you select in Save Preferences, you can always unsubscribe from more emails, and that will do it as well. So if I go back to my inbox, then that is taken care of. That is just the short part of it. Sometimes you will have to confirm once again, but that is essentially how you can unsubscribe from a service you no longer need. We also mentioned like alternative email cleaners such as Clean Email in the presentation, and I will show you how the dashboard for them look like. So if you are interested in checking them out, you can go to the website clean.email and it will show you the options that you have. You can try it for free if you are interested. And they also have very good tips on how to avoid a overload mailbox and handle unread and unwanted emails more efficiently. So you can scroll down. This is the main page and it will show you, the tools that they offer and how to do some of the things. They have different type of plans and packages. You have working emails for school or personal email. And the personal email will look similar to this. I use this email to show you how it will look like. On the left, you have the type of account you are using, and this is the nice part of when they are helping you cleaning your email account. So you can explore cleaning suggestions, the messages that perhaps should be removed from your inbox. And they give you the option to dismiss, trash it, or do different things with the email. Create a label, archive it, or report that has a spam. But it's nicely laid out for you and it shows how it will look like on that regard. So if you want to unsubscribe from mailing list, they also show you what emails can unsubscribe from. So you have this one right here, Lumosity, Facebook birthdays, Google Maps, and they can say keep receiving this kind of emails or unsubscribe from this kind of emails, and still you have the little arrow, in which case you can also pause. So that is kind of the dashboard they offer, and depending on what you want to do, you will select accordingly. If you want to block or mute a particular sender, they will also suggest the senders to block depending on the activity your account has had, right? And that is essentially the dashboard on this cleaning application. Initially, it's free, but after they will charge you $7 per month to be able to handle the task of cleaning your email. And to end on this computer, the last thing that I want to show you is the archive option, which is another form of clearing up your email account. So for example, if you stand by your message, you have a variety of icons that do different things. One of them is archive, and you can use archive to move this message from your main inbox to your archive folder, right? In case you don't need to handle that message, but you are not ready to delete it, this is how you can do it. You can also always open the email, and when you open the email, it will show you the options in a different place, but likely you have them there. And then if I go to archive, so my email have been moved from my inbox to the archive folder. And if I ever want to access my inbox and archive email messages, I need to go to all mail. And here is a combination of all the emails I have. The last part of this just to end the note on things you can do to organize your email better, you can also go back to your settings, and then in the initial click that you do, you will find quick settings. But if you want to be more detailed with the things you can change, you can go to see all settings, and then you can do much more things in ways to organize your inbox. And you have two options in this menu: labels and inbox. Why is labels important? Because you want to make your inbox as clear as possible. You have the option to hide some of these folders if you don't know what they are for, if you don't know how to use them, if you don't see relevance in them, you can use this. So for example, if I click in snooze, I will hide my snooze folder. I can also go down and I can see the categories of my email. This is something that sometimes Gmail users have by default, such as social, promotions, updates, and forums. You can hide them. When you are able to use the option will be in blue. When the option is already selected, it will be in black. So I don't use categories or social or updates. I don't have any of that. In inbox, you can also decide what inbox type you use and the categories. So you can remove categories or add categories by clicking on each of them. And as you stand by, it will show you what kind of email messages will be there once you select that category. So that is something you can apply to. And filters and block addresses is to create filters as to how you want to handle some emails from different people. And when you have blocked some accounts, it will be displayed here. Cyber Seniors and Wellcare are community partners with the shared goal of enriching the lives of the Medicare beneficiaries we serve. This training was sponsored by Wellcare as part of this shared goal. Wellcare Medicare Advantage plans offer affordable coverage and valuable benefits in one package with the extra help Medicare beneficiaries need to meet the challenges in their daily life. And if you have any questions, of course, they are here to help. You can go to the website www.wellcare.com or use the referral line 844-915-0096 TTY 711. They are available Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.